Kentucky lawmakers say the state is failing its students. WDRB's Monica Harkins on the response today to Kentucky's latest school report card.
We're failing too many students.
Late Tuesday night, the Kentucky Department of Education released the 2022-23 statewide test scores. Less than 12 hours later, the department presented the findings to lawmakers.
We're seeing kind of our best sort of recovery and moving forward at elementary level.
The data revealed elementary schools had the most consistent improvement compared to the prior year, but the majority of high school test scores declined.
We do have a lot of work to do just based upon this one snapshot in time.
The data also shows a distinct gap in scores between white and minority students.
We're talking 30 points or better in these gaps.
As for external challenges at play, chronic absenteeism, also known as truancy, was addressed.
We certainly can't help improve instruction to students, and we can't improve that educational pathway for our students if they're not there.
Lawmakers and the Department of Education agreed the ongoing teacher shortage is not helping. Both say recruiting high-quality teachers is a must.
But it's going to take everybody helping pull this wagon forward. We're going to make the investments, but we've got to see the results. And we have some shiny examples of districts that are doing it right. We have, sadly enough, some abject failures.
This upcoming session is a budget session. I'm told the education budget would likely include more money for schools to attack learning loss.
Monica, part of the political debate has been on teacher raises. Was there any indication on that or talk about that during today's hearing?
I asked about it, and they wanted to specifically reference, okay, hey, we know that there's talk of wanting high quality, great teachers. How do you do that? How do you retain teachers? A big part of the conversation is money. I asked Senator Givens what he thought about it. He is one of the Republican leaders. He says typically the legislature is not in favor of mandating teacher raises for school districts because they want to leave that up to local choice.
On the top of kids not showing up to class, you talked about truancy. Did there seem to be a clear solution on that front?
It's actually interesting. Before the KDE presentation, there was about a half-hour to 45-minute presentation talking directly about that truancy and how difficult it's going to be to tackle this issue because there are so many layers and different reasons for why kids aren't showing up to school. Part of those talks included, okay, you have attendance levels. We want to get students into those seats, but are those students actually engaged once you get them to class? And that's part of chronic absenteeism. Another part of this discussion earlier in the day was about the consequences for truancy and whether the state of Kentucky really has any teeth for requiring these kids to show up, or the argument's sake of creating consequences that these kids would actually adhere to, so that way they are showing up in hopes of a brighter future for their education. Gil.
Monica Harkins, thank you for your reporting today.